Hi there and welcome to the latest from the Met Office. This weekend looks a lot windier than it's been recently. There'll be rain at times, but the wind now coming from the west means that it will be milder than it has been throughout much of the week. This low pressure responsible, it's pushing past Iceland on Saturday. The cold front here brings some heavy rain for a time, particularly in the north, whilst it's the tightening isobars after the cold front that bring the strongest winds, especially to northern Scotland on Saturday night into the start of Sunday. Eventually a ridge of high pressure builds in later Sunday, so it does eventually turn drier and less windy, but at least for bonfire night it's looking reasonable across much of the UK. A lot of cloud cover, yes, and some clear spells there across central and eastern parts of the UK, but most places will be dry. Just some outbreaks of light rain and drizzle for parts of northwest England, North Wales, Northern Ireland and western Scotland. Mainly hills and coasts, but fairly persistent, I think, for the Western Isles, West Highlands as well, and increasingly so, I think, as we go through the night. With the cloud and a breeze that's picking up through the nights, it will be a much milder night compared to recent nights, with temperatures in some places holding up at 9 or 10 Celsius. So frost-free across the board, but a cloudy start for everyone, and then a wet and windy morning to come for northern and western Scotland, Northern Ireland, that rain and wind pushing into the rest of Scotland, northern England, much of Wales by lunchtime. But it does sweep through quite quickly, so the rain not expected to be particularly impactful. And it clears for Scotland, Northern Ireland, the far north of England by the end of the afternoon, clears to sunny spells and blustery showers. Meanwhile, windy but cloudy across the Midlands, East Anglia and the southeast, although it's staying dry here until late afternoon into the evening. And mild for all of us, 12 to, in some places, 14 Celsius, a real change compared to the last few days. But that wind will be an issue, I think, later in the day on Saturday, really strengthening as this low comes close to Shetland, and it's across the far northwest of Scotland during the early hours of Sunday, where we're likely to see the strongest wind gusts. So fairly widely inland Scotland, coastal Northern Ireland, parts of northern England, 60 mile/hour wind gusts, 70 around some of the more exposed coasts of northwest and then eventually northern Scotland. But in some of the most exposed coasts, I think 80 miles an hour is possible. So disruptive winds, but also combined with spring tides, could lead to some significant coastal impacts. The worst of the winds are overnight. However, it will remain windy on Sunday morning. More on that in a moment, but for the rest of the UK on Saturday night, it's a blustery night. The rain, as it pushes into southern England, really eases very quickly and clears away after midnight. So clear spells following, but with that wind, it's going to be another mild night across the board. Frost-free, 8 to 11 Celsius in places by dawn on Sunday. And then Sunday itself is a windy day. The strongest winds are expected across the higher ground and to the east of the higher ground. Northern England, eastern Scotland could be some travel disruption because of those winds. Really hazardous crosswinds, I think, in places. But either way, the winds are eventually going to ease into the afternoon, and towards the west and the south, actually a lot of dry and bright weather, some sunny spells coming through. It will be a little bit colder compared to Saturday, but not much in it. And there'll be further outbreaks of light rain and showers coming into the far northeast of Scotland. Otherwise, for many, it's bright and breezy, I think, on Sunday. A lot quieter as we start off the new week next week, but another low coming along for later Monday and into Tuesday. Follow us on social media. We'll keep you updated on all the latest. Bye-bye.